Welcome to Hidden Knowledge Archive.
In the dust-swept cradle of civilization, where the Tigris and Euphrates rivers breathed life into the arid lands of Mesopotamia, arose a people of profound insight. They were the Sumerians, one of the first and most enigmatic civilizations to grace our world. Long before the pyramids of Giza pierced the sky, long before the philosophers of Athens debated the nature of existence, the Sumerians understood a fundamental truth that has since been largely forgotten. They believed that the first moments of the morning held the key to the entire day, that the clarity one finds at dawn could shape one's destiny. This was not mere superstition. It was a deeply ingrained spiritual technology, a sacred practice designed to align the self with the cosmos. For the Sumerians, the human body was not just a vessel of flesh and bone. It was a sacred temple, a conduit for the soul's journey on earth. They recognized that the energy of the morning, pure and untainted by the chaos of daily life, was the most potent force available to them. This primordial energy was a gift, a daily opportunity to reset the mind, to cleanse the emotional waters, and to sharpen the focus of one's spirit. Their morning ritual was a deliberate act of communion with the self, with the rising sun, and with the universe itself. It was a practice born from the observation that how we begin our day dictates the quality of our thoughts, the state of our emotions, and the effectiveness of our actions. This ancient knowledge, once a cornerstone of a thriving civilization, now whispers to us across the millennia, offering a path back to a state of inner harmony and profound clarity. The ritual began with a step they called the breath of Enlil, named for the powerful god of wind, air, and storms. As the first light of dawn painted the eastern horizon, a Sumerian would turn to face the nascent sunrise, the symbol of rebirth and new beginnings. They would then take 3 slow, deliberate, deep breaths. The first inhalation was a conscious gathering of the night's lingering shadows, the stale thoughts, the remnants of dreams and anxieties. The exhalation was a powerful release, a casting off of this mental and spiritual detritus into the ether, clearing the inner space. The second breath was an invitation, drawing in the fresh, vibrant energy of the new day, feeling it fill the lungs and permeate every cell of the body. The final breath was one of integration, a moment to feel the profound stillness and clarity that follows the clearing. This simple act of conscious breathing was the key that unlocked the door to a higher state of awareness, preparing the mind for the sacred steps to follow. Following the purification of the mind through breath, the Sumerians turned to the purification of the body with the most essential element of life, water. The second step, known as water purification, was an act of profound symbolic meaning. They would take a single, mindful sip of cool, fresh water. This was not about quenching thirst, but about a ritualistic cleansing. As the water trickled down the throat, it was visualized as a sacred river, washing away the internal residue of the previous day, the lingering frustrations, the unresolved conflicts, the emotional dust that settles upon the soul. It symbolized a clean slate, an internal baptism that prepared the vessel of the body to receive the intentions of the new day. This simple sip of water was a declaration that one was no longer bound by the chaos of yesterday, but was instead pure, refreshed, and ready to engage with the present moment in its pristine form. With a clear mind and a cleansed body, the third step was to give the day its direction. This was the 1-minute intention, a practice far more potent than a simple wish or a hopeful thought. The Sumerians believed that the first words spoken in the stillness of the morning carried immense creative power. These words were not a passive request to the gods, but a firm, active declaration of one's will. It was an alignment of personal energy with the desired outcome for the day. For 1 minute, they would focus their entire being on a single clear intention. It could be a declaration of strength, such as, "Today I walk with courage," or an affirmation of purpose. "Today, my work flows with ease and clarity." This act of vocalizing an intention was seen as programming the subconscious mind and sending a clear signal to the universe, setting in motion the forces that would help manifest that reality. It was the conscious directing of one's personal power. Once the intention was set, the focus shifted from the external world to the internal landscape of the heart. The fourth step was a simple yet profoundly centering act called the grounding touch. The individual would place a hand gently over their heart, the center of their emotional and energetic being. This physical connection served as an anchor, bringing the awareness out of the abstract realm of thought and into the tangible reality of the body. As they felt the warmth of their hand and the subtle, steady rhythm of their own heartbeat, a sense of deep calm and emotional balance would wash over them. This gesture was a reminder of one's own life force, a moment of self-compassion and connection. In a world that often pulls our energy outward, this step was a crucial act of calling the spirit back home, of grounding the self in the steady, reliable truth of its own existence, fostering a state of inner peace and resilience. The culmination of the ritual was perhaps the most powerful step of all: silent stillness. Having cleared the mind, purified the body, set the intention, and grounded the emotions, the final act was to simply be. For a brief period, perhaps only 20 seconds, they would enter a state of complete and total silence. No thoughts, no words, no movements. It was in this sacred void, this profound quiet, that the true magic happened. The Sumerians held a belief encapsulated in the saying, "The universe speaks to a quiet mind." It was in this pocket of stillness that one could receive insight, intuition, and guidance. The noise of the ego was silenced, allowing the subtle whispers of a deeper wisdom to be heard. This was not an empty silence, but a receptive one, a moment of deep listening where the individual and the cosmos were in perfect, unspoken communion. The enduring power of this ancient ritual is not rooted in magic or mysticism, but in its deep understanding of human physiology and psychology. Modern science is only now beginning to validate the wisdom the Sumerians knew instinctively thousands of years ago. The deep breathing in the first step directly calms the nervous system, shifting the body from a state of fight or flight to rest and digest. This simple act reduces stress hormones like cortisol and increases oxygen flow to the brain, which immediately improves focus, elevates mood, and enhances mental clarity. Each subsequent step builds on this foundation, creating a powerful cascade of positive neurochemical changes that set a calm, focused, and positive tone for the entire day. The ritual works because it is a systematic and efficient way to align the mind, body, and spirit before the demands of the world begin to pull them in different directions. This concept of a sacred morning alignment was not unique to the Sumerians. Echoes of this practice can be found in the spiritual traditions of other great ancient civilizations, a testament to a universal human understanding. In ancient Egypt, priests would greet the sun god Ra at dawn with elaborate hymns and purification rites, believing the morning was a time of cosmic renewal. In the Indus Valley, the precursors to yogic traditions involved early morning meditations and breathing exercises, or pranayama, to harness the life force energy of the new day. Similarly, in ancient China, practitioners of Taoism engaged in early morning qigong, gentle movements and meditations designed to harmonize their inner energy, or qi, with the flow of the natural world. This shared wisdom across cultures points to a fundamental truth. Our ancestors knew that the key to a masterful life began with a masterful morning. Integrating this profound, 5,000-year-old wisdom into your modern life is astonishingly simple and requires no more than 5 minutes. It is a small investment of time for a monumental return in well-being. Begin tomorrow morning. As you wake, find a quiet space, preferably facing the direction of the sunrise. First, take 3 slow, deep breaths, releasing the old and welcoming the new. Then, take 1 mindful sip of water, visualizing it cleansing your inner self. Next, state your 1 clear intention for the day, a firm declaration of your purpose. Place your hand on your heart, feel your own life force, and allow a sense of calm to settle within you. Finally, hold for just 20 seconds of complete, receptive silence. That is all. It is a sequence of 5 simple steps: 3 breaths, a sip of water, 1 intention, a hand on your heart, and a moment of silence. This is not just another morning routine to add to your checklist. It is an invitation to connect with a timeless current of wisdom, to reclaim a piece of ancient knowledge that was designed to bring the human spirit into alignment with the cosmos. It is a gift from our distant ancestors, a tool for finding clarity in a world of chaos. Try it tomorrow morning. Don't just go through the motions, but feel the significance of each step. Feel the shift in your energy, the quiet in your mind, the focus in your spirit. Experience for yourself the change that a few sacred minutes at dawn can bring to your entire day, and perhaps to your entire life.